next guest hosts the hit podcast, The Basement Yard, which releases new episodes every Monday. Please welcome to the show, Joe Santagato and Frank Alvarez, everybody. Gentlemen, there you go. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. We got your rider. We knew you wanted a stretch out couch. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, dude, we are honored to be here.
Yeah, I want to talk about your fantastic podcast, but I first want to address the elephant in the room. People Magazine had a fan vote for the sexiest podcasters.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast was up there, and then you guys were down here.
Yeah.
And let me just say, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
Bravo to the Basement Yard.
You know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know.
They did choose a horrible picture.
They did. Well,
it could not have been
maybe
worse.
podcasters just don't have great pictures.
I don't
Well,
know.
Did you guys? How did your family react to the news that you were People's Sexiest Podcast?
It was interesting. Our fathers were the most invested in it,
Yeah.
which is it was very confusing. And my father's like an old Colombian man, and he called me. He's like, "So you're sexy now?" I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. It was very weird.
My dad thought this was the biggest deal in the world. He called me and he was like, dude, you beat everybody. And I was like, he's like, Brad Pitt, you beat the Kelsey brothers? I was like, this is not what's happening, Dad. I'm like, it's great, it's fun, but it's not. This is not like, you know.
beat Brad Pitt. Your dad was
he
proud
like,
of you.
Dude, this is a big deal, no? Like we're on the cover of Men's Health or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's because no one has called our fathers sexy in like 45 years.
Yeah. So they're like owning this.
Yeah,
They're taking
this is they
this-
won.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have been friends forever.
Yeah.
At what age did you guys first meet?
Pre-K?
Oh my God.
4 years
Yeah.
old, yeah.
And friends consistently all through life, like. Yeah. I get it.
No, we were friends for sure. I mean, we definitely got into some disagreements over the years. So that he likes to put me in timeout sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's kind of what happened.
I was jealous of like in like second grade, girls would be like, "Oh my God, you're my best friend," and I'd be like, "What the hell is this? What's this right here?"
It's like, I'm your best friend.
Yeah.
Do you? How do you turn a friendship into this successful of a podcast? Like, when did that transition take place?
I mean, I started the podcast in 2015, and I was doing it with like a couple of my friends and stuff. And then in 2020, we started doing it together. And yeah, I mean, it just works because, like I said, we just argue the entire thing. A lot of people say it reminds them of their relationship with their best friend.
Yeah.
So it kind of works out in that way.
Heartbreaking for all the people you tried before you made the.
Yeah, I know. It must be. It's a tough one for sure.
Hair. It's the hair.
How often do you bring up that it was 5 years before you joined and the podcast took off?
I bring it up a lot when
I'm
I'm
upset
at
you
home.
brought that up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Shouldn't have done that.
I bring it up a lot at home when I'm in the bath and I'm pumping myself up, and I'm like, "Way to go, dude!"
Pumping yourself up in the bath.
Bumping yourself up in the bath, yeah.
TV, for God's
This
sake.
is television. Come on, man. Kids are watching.
Jesus.
The Basement Yard is a great title. What is the origin of The Basement Yard?
I wish I could take credit for it, but my mom actually came up with the title. So I was living at home when I started the podcast, and my room was in the basement. And when we were younger, my mom, when we wanted to go outside, because we had a little front yard, and when she was like, I don't want to watch them, so she was like, no, go play in the basement yard. Or we would ask her, can we go play in the basement yard? So then she was like, you should call it the basement yard, because that's where you're doing it. And I was like, that's a great name.
Isn't it? I will say, like, every now and then my parents will have a great idea, and it's such a devil's bargain because they never let you forget.
Oh, never.
Not only that, but like, my dad will take credit for stuff that he doesn't do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just that, oh, you guys are funny. He'll take credit for him.
Yeah.
He's like, he was in my house, he knows I'm funny, and now you guys are like, congrats, I did that. I'm like,
It makes no sense.
When did you fully appreciate how the podcast had sort of caught on?
I think we really saw a big, kind of swing in popularity once TikTok started becoming more and more used. And there were two clips in particular where one, we were arguing about how to properly open a banana.
Yeah.
And we also argued about our favorite Pop-Tart flavor.
Gotcha.
And
riveting stuff.
yeah. I mean, groundbreaking. Nicole Wallace should
Now,
have been.
real quick though, for anybody who missed it, can you just go through the argument over the best way to open a banana?
Can I just say?
No, because I know what he's gonna do. You're gonna. prepare yourself. I think the most efficient way, I have kids, and you don't want to give a whole banana to a kid sometimes because they won't eat it. So
Right.
boom, you rip it in half.
Yeah.
Just like this.
Yeah.
Just like this, and it comes apart perfectly every single time.
Gotcha. And you think that's what a monster does?
Well, I will say I did think that, and then when he did it in front of me, I was like, oh my God. Because he just did it on the show. He's like, just like this, and he ripped it, and it was like perfectly lined up, and I was like, I've been wronged.
Yeah.
Someone lied to me.
It is so funny when you're like, how do you make a podcast a hit podcast? It's like you rip a banana in half.
It
and
makes
then
no sense.
After that, you just start cashing the checks.
Yeah. Like, we're on late night now, so people are going to be like, oh my God, you guys are so successful. What's the secret? And I'm like, dude, we ripped bananas and talked about Pop-Tarts. I don't know how this
What's
happened.
favorite flavor, real quick?
I mean, I don't want to start.
The cinnamon one. Brown.
Cinnamon one.
brown.
Yeah, that's the answer.
I would go. There was an old tie-in one for a movie they did in the early 2000s. The Wild Berry was.
Okay, gotcha.
It was. I don't want to start dropping, IP on here, and
Oh,
get
that's
everyone in
great. Yeah,
trouble.
if people want you to drop the IP, they got to pay for it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now, just to speak to the success of the podcast, we were talking backstage because I'm just so I'm so impressed. You guys last year, or I guess 2 years ago, sold out Radio City.
Yes.
I can imagine.
2 nights. Yeah.
To go from the basement yard to Radio City is quite an accomplishment. And then the very next year, last November, you guys played Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And it just is such a special experience. I think anybody who has a successful podcast, right, you build this relationship with your fans. To see them actually in person, it must be such a cool moment.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane to do Madison Square Garden. I mean, to Radio City, we were both very okay with that.
Yeah.
To get there. That picture is also going to make me throw up if I look at it because the amount of people there is terrifying. But MSG was just so surreal. I mean, we were kind of like just walking around looking at each other like, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is insane. How does this happen?
Thinking back on the Pop-Tarts,
Yeah. You're like, thanks
It's
for getting
just-
us here.
Once you visualize seeing the people in the seats, like it kind of like hits you like, oh my, like these are real people spending their hard-earned money to come see us, and like there's a responsibility, and it's honestly like emotional. Like we've both talked about it a lot, and we never take it for granted because
It's very cool. And is it true that you guys are gonna get some more live dates on the books?
Yes.
yeah.
We were planning on taking some time off, but we decided that we are going to get back out there after the summer.
That's great. That's very exciting
Yeah.
for everyone involved. Gentlemen, congrats on all your
Thank you
success.
so
Thank you
much.
so much for being here.
Thank you.
So lovely to talk to you both. Joe Santagato, Frank Alvarez, everybody. The Basement Yard releases new episodes every Monday. We'll be right back.